Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm back here at Fitzgerald Jeep in Clearwater, Florida, and guess what? This is a vehicle that we have not featured on the channel, but many of you have asked for. This is a 2020 Jeep Renegade. This particular one is at the Latitude trim level. But why don't we go ahead, before we get into this, let's talk a little bit about Renegade history. So that iconic brand, Jeep, mostly known for the Wrangler and the Cherokee and Grand Cherokee, created this subcompact crossover SUV known as the Renegade back in 2014. Now, lots of competition in that subcompact category. It did receive a major redesign, which you'll still see on this 2020. That took place in 2018. But what Jeep is promising is that with this small Renegade, there's a lot of big things that come with it. One thing is the interior room, but one thing that's not very big is they're saying the price point. So let's go ahead, dive into this 2020 Jeep Renegade Latitude trim, see if it's giving you the best bang for your buck subcompact crossover SUV, or should you be looking somewhere else? Right off the bat, when I look at it, the nice thing is it looks like a Jeep. You have those round traditional headlights that you would find on the Wranglers. Here on the Renegade, there's little Easter eggs. If you look inside the housing, you could see the grille and headlight setup of a World War II Jeep on the interior there. Nice little Easter eggs. Flat black around the housing here. We drop down, you have some exterior lighting and then a fake vent. I'm zonking that. That shouldn't even be there. Now, as we come across the iconic 7-bar grille design, you have your vertical slots, all 7 of them, for the 7 continents, even Antarctica. Chrome finish around that iconic Jeep logo. You come down and then here's another Easter egg. It's actually a side view of a World War II Jeep. That's what made Jeep so popular with the GIs. I like the open area here in the grille. You come down, you're gonna have another grille design. They actually took the same grille design as up top and enlarged the same design. This is functioning for the front radiator. And then you have a little bit of a lower lip extension, which gives it a little bit of aggressive look, which is important on such a small crossover SUV. And of course, no Jeep is complete without functioning fog lamps. When we get up onto the hood, simple, clean, that Jeep badge, and then you're gonna have a raised middle section, really connects it to the Jeep Grand Cherokee and the Wranglers. We come around the bend, what are we working with? We have some flat black around the fender treatment, and then this is your wheel and tire steps. That's a bright silver aluminum wheel, 17-inch wheel, 17 inches in diameter, 215 on the width, 60 series sidewall. That nice sidewall is gonna give you a comfy ride, but it's also, if you're a new driver or if you're a terrible driver, you get close to the parking curbs and stuff, you won't curb the wheel as bad with a thicker sidewall. You'll just kind of rub the sidewall of the tire. So that's a nice touch. Going down the side, you have color match mirror caps, nice large mirror. I like the tasteful Renegade badge. And then the lower sill, they brought that flat black up just a little higher because, hey, if you are going down a dirt road or whatnot, that's gonna take a beating a lot better than if it was painted or if it was gloss black. Of course, no Jeep, even this Renegade, is complete without its roof rails. The plus is that this vehicle is so low that if you're gonna use it for to take the kayaks down to the water, it's gonna be easy to get those up and down from the top of the Renegade. Flat black around the window treatment, color matched on the door handles. Nice little squared off quarter window. I think it gives it that Jeep look. And then when you get to the back, you're gonna see more of that Jeep connection. You have the low roof spoiler. This thing, though, that's a zonk. It makes it look like a remote control car. I wish they would just use a shark fin instead of that rubber antenna. The way that they styled the taillights is actually on purpose. They made that to mimic the gas cans on the back of the World War II Jeeps. I don't know if Tom could show you, but there's another Easter egg. There's that grille design with the headlights. Nice little touches. It just brings a smile to your face when manufacturers do that. We drop down, you have a tasteful Latitude badge because that's the trim level this is. And then flat black on the bumper area. My only zonk and what confuses me is why they have to put 2 fake vents there. That doesn't make any sense. But what's nice is no exhaust dangling down or anything like that. But why don't we go ahead, let's pop the hood and see what's powering this Jeep. All right, guys, we got the hood popped on the Jeep Renegade Latitude. Underneath this particular one is the naturally aspirated engine. Now, what you can have is either naturally aspirated or turbocharged. So this one, naturally aspirated, is a 2.4 liter inline 4, 186 horsepower, 175 pound-feet of torque. It's all routed through a 9-speed automatic transmission. The bad news is 0 to 60 is a sluggish 9.1 seconds. Top speed 114 miles an hour. It weighs around 3,075 pounds. MPGs 21 in the city, 29 on the highway. Simple, clean under the hood. But why don't we go ahead, let's get to the biggest part of this small subcompact. Let's go ahead and check out the interior. All right, guys, we're inside the Jeep Renegade. This, like I said, is the Latitude trim. I know you're probably saying, well, Joe, how much is this? How much is this entry-level Jeep product? The way that this one's optioned out is around $25,000. Give Daniel a call because they have this marked at $22,000. They want to move these, but let's see what you're getting for the money. To the door panels. Now, I am going to zonk all that cloth. Even at this price point, they could have used a leatherette material or just some simple plastic. The door panels are very hard. That's another zonk. But what I do like is that tasteful engine cover with the Jeep look, signature look there with the grille and everything. You do have a small pocket down there for some MREs and whatnot, but other than that, they're a little small. You can't even put a Twinkie in there. Passenger has a nice oh crap handle, a little bit of silver trim around the AC vents. Soft material though on the dash. I'm digging, in an awkward way, I'm digging the AC vents, the way they kind of just pop up out of nowhere. Nice flat black, easy to control. This is that 7-inch Uconnect system, very clear graphics. You could do your AC control, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You could pull up your compass and whatnot, but it's very simple to get through. Go back to your AC controls. You drop down, you have your radio controls. You have your actual AC buttons. So if you don't want to touch the screen, you could touch the buttons and whatnot. This does have start-stop button here. Nicely placed where you would normally put the key, and it actually says new adventures with an exclamation mark, so you could go on an adventure. It reminds you about that. You have a cubby down here for some fireballs, a USB, an aux jack, and a 12-volt, and then another cubby down here. The best part, get your peanut M&Ms, fill that whole sucker up. Just pop them as you're driving down the road. This is controlling that 9-speed automatic transmission. Let's look at the backup camera real quick. So backup camera does have directionals. It's a little grainy, but I'm glad that they put the directionals there, especially the one in the center. We keep working our way back. This is all hard plastic. You have an electric e-brake, 2 cup holders, a Slim Jim holder, and here is your Jeep key fob. Very simple key fob. You flip it over, you got your panic button when you're about to crap yourself, and then you can lock and unlock your Jeep Renegade at any time. Cloth on the armrest though, that to me is just, it gets dirty, smelly. That's a zonk. Pick it up though, this is where you can stack up your Twinkies in there. Just stand them up. Nice Twinkie holder. Seats, very, very durable fabric. They're all black, but I'm liking the design that they put, that retro Jeep design in the material, but it's very, very durable. Manual controls for both the passenger, but the driver does have electric, so that's a nice touch. I think it's so smart the way they went with a lighter headliner cover in here just to kind of brighten it up. And you do have an auto dimming mirror, which is a nice touch. It's just not frameless, but I'm not zonking it because I want to try to keep it at the right price point. But why don't you come over to the business end behind the wheel of this Jeep Renegade? All right, guys, business time. You have your seat controls, easy to get to. Nice position. You got the lower lumbar. Steering wheel, they did a great job on the wheel. It's a nice thickness. I like the leather. Horn button is tasteful. Some silver, some flat black on the buttons. Very, very clean. And then the gauges, I like how simple that analog tach, speedometer, the silver trim, and then in the center there, you have that digital display where you could go through different information very easily. And I think that just is nice to have a nice balanced setup in that center display. Even your tire pressure, you could put your speed there. But very, very spacious, even for a 6-foot tall person like myself. Let's check out that back seat and see how much room you have in the Jeep Renegade. All right, guys, backseat time in the Renegade. It's quite surprising just how much room you have in here. Plenty of headroom, plenty of leg room and shoulder room. Here's another nice surprise. So you have one pocket back here. Your passenger and you are gonna have to fight over who's putting their abacus in here. But other than that, you got your USB and a home power source. We've been in vehicles that are twice the price of this thing, but yet you don't have that. Now, armrest, let me unbuckle this. Let's see how the armrest works here. So we're gonna pull this little tab, and then that's gonna drop down like that. So if you don't have anybody sitting in between you, you have your 2 cup holders. There's enough room for your elbow. The only problem is it's as hard as a rock. So that's the one zonk. I would probably just keep it up and put it on my passenger's head or something like that, or maybe just lean on my passenger. But plenty of room back here. Let's check out the cargo area and see how usable this Jeep Renegade is. All right, guys, time to check out the cargo area. You're doing your Costco run. How much stuff can we put in back here? Actually, quite spacious. Now, as you can see, we have that center portion up with the cup holders, but there's actually plenty of room back here. You got a nice little cargo net area on both sides. You could put your bag of Lay's back here. We lift this up, more storage. And what's nice is you could actually adjust the floor. It's actually really simple. You pull it out, and then you push it in. Look at that. Now you just lower the floor, which allows you to put taller items. If you want hard numbers, you're looking at 19 cubic feet of cargo volume. And of course, those seats are going to be able to fold down, and you just maximize even more. Now, to get them to go down, it's real simple. You just push, and then you do one of those guys. So come over to the other side. You're going to push up here, and then voila. Obviously, we have the seat belt on. They're not going to lay down flat, but you can see what you're working with space-wise back here. But why don't we go ahead? If you're ready, I'm definitely ready. Let's take the Renegade for a spin. All right, guys, we're in the 2020 Jeep Renegade. We left Fitzgerald Jeep. The great news is that visibility out the front is really at a premium. I like the way they pull the A-pillars far out of the way. It's almost like the windshield is oversized. It feels kind of weird, but hey, at least you could really see very well out the front. Out the back glass, same thing, nice and large. Side mirrors work great. Ride's nice and smooth, and I do love the steering wheel in this thing, as crazy as that sounds. You know, obviously the cloth portions of the interior, I just wish they could have just used any other material, even rubber rather than cloth, especially from a cleaning standpoint. But let's see how the acceleration goes. Turn in, you know, you have good feedback coming to the wheel for a vehicle like this, but on throttle, so definitely a 9-second, not quarter mile car, but 0 to 60 car. So that really is where I think it really gets hurt, because at this price point, there's some stiff competition out there. But the transmission is ultra smooth. You do get quite a noise coming from the inline 4-cylinder, but hey, it is an inline 4-cylinder. Usually those are gonna make more noise anyways because they're working a little bit harder. But seat comfort is nice. I do like the way they have the electric assist on the driver's side at least, so you can get the body, your body to fit the seat a little bit better than on the passenger side. And you are getting a lot of technology when it comes to connectivity in this vehicle. But on throttle, that 9-speed drops down. It's smooth, and the vehicle overall rides very smooth down the road. Now, it is a little noisy on the inside, but we got to compare apples to apples when you're looking at price point and whatnot. Getting to the Uconnect system, that 7-inch screen, very easy to get into your AC controls and whatnot. And you are getting Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which, hey, there's more expensive cars out there where you actually have to pay for that. But driving along here, very, very smooth. I just wish the top of the door panels had soft material, because that's where I like to rest my arm, as many of you do. And also, like I said, that cloth is just, it's not very soft. It doesn't feel good when you put your other arm on that. But overall, I'm pleasantly surprised with this Jeep Renegade. And I know, like I said, a lot of you have been asking me to review it. So I'm glad that this makes you a little happier. But we're gonna go ahead, wrap this up, get back to Fitzgerald Jeep. So I will see you in a split second. All right, guys, it's been another wonderful day here at Fitzgerald Jeep. I definitely gotta thank Daniel and the rest of the crew for getting us access to this 2020 Jeep Renegade. Is it a subcompact that you should be adding to your list if you're looking for a subcompact crossover SUV? I think you need to seriously give it a look. I think the volume of room inside is quite impressive, but there is a lot of competition. But if it's SUVs like these you want to keep seeing on the channel, leave a comment in the comment section. If you're new and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Radies Rise family. If you want to help us keep making great content just for you on the channel, click the link in the description, get yourself some Radies Rise merch. Got to give it up to Big Guns McGee. Thank you for sweating it out here in the sun with me, Tom, and working so hard. And just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.